Hey guys. So, yesterday we got the materials finally to finish the walls. And today we're going to keep going from there. So, we didn't actually build them all yet, obviously, but we did get the materials. So now it's just a matter of having NG finish off all these walls. And then from there, we're going to still keep cutting more limestone to get some limestone traps here. And then once we do that, I'm actually going to expand the length of this into more of a maze sort of thing. I'm also going to get rid of the traps here, and probably also this one too, and replace them with sandbags. And if you're wondering why, that forces enemies to walk the entire distance, and they cannot stand on the sandbag, which means that they can't use cover like right here or here. So it will actually be for a reason. I could also use barricades, which I actually probably will do that instead, because they're easier. I don't have to grow cloth. Although I do have some cloth, I think, but I'm not 100% sure. 20 manhunting raccoons for a character who I don't know what their stats are and is 78 years old. Kiss my ass. Okay, let's see. So yesterday, remember, these wooden traps only do 8 damage, whereas a limestone trap does 12. So however many this Muffalo takes out, we could have had it be a lot less. So 1, 2, 3. We could have taken that one out with 2. And saved on resources, assumedly. Now, because the way damage works, it's not exactly right. Obviously, it's random where it hits, and it can do a lot of damage to just its, like, I don't know, 1 kidney, theoretically, but that's really unlikely. But the point is, that's resources that, we could theoretically save. Now, I am going to, since I said I'm going to move these traps, I am just going to actually not rebuild and instead just move these ones over here. Just to save on the build time, really. Wood isn't that expensive, but it takes a while to build them. But for now, NG is just outfitting all our walls with the newest in non-flammable technology. Rocks. Edmund's producing some more stone for more traps. I do want to... I want to upgrade the traps into stone, and then I want to build more to the tunnel. The reason for that being, if at any point we get raided, I want the defenses to be strong, and I feel like making it longer, because of how long it would take to make it longer, it'd be smarter to upgrade the strength of the traps first, so that I actually have even better defenses before I worry about increasing the length. Now, I also do want to mine out these 2 limestones here, because my plan... more ambrosia. My plan for the path they're going to have to take, obviously it ends with them going through here. What quest? Oh, yeah, no. But my plan is to have this go in sort of a snaking pattern. Not quite the way I just did it. Like this. And by doing it that way and then having the entrance here, it does mean we have to mine out this limestone here. But it would result in them having to go through just an insane amount of traps to get to me, which pretty much means any manhunters and any raids I'm safe from. Now, I'm already safe from manhunters because I can just close this door that I have held open right now. I am going to forbid it, though. But obviously, I could just close that door. And by doing so, I would solve the issue of a manhunter. However, and tell everyone to stay inside. However, if it's a manhunter group that I want to kill the animals instead of just letting them survive for whatever reason, such as basically if it's like large animals, because like 5 manhunting muffalos is equivalent to like 20 manhunting guinea pigs. The guinea pigs would waste 20 traps, whereas the muffalos would waste 10. And that's if it's 5 muffalos. Obviously more or less could be different. Point is, if they're very large creatures but not that many of them, I might just let them walk into the traps in order to kill them so that I can go outside of my walls sooner. Whereas if it's small ones, it would just waste so many resources that I mean, if they walk into it of their own accord, then they walk into it of their own accord, but I'm not going to leave the door open, which will lure them through it. Although I may not be able to stop them from that, in which case oh well, not much I can do. But either way, yeah, the plan is to have them snake through here, and then the only thing we have to worry about would be attacks from inside the walls. And for that, there's a couple ways we can go for defenses. One way I like to do is internal walls. Obviously, this area right here, down at the bottom, it's not really being used for anything right now, but it's a place that drop pods could land, and, well, that would let them inside the walls, and yet they wouldn't actually need to be in the walls because the wall could be smaller. If we had a wall that went, say, I did that the wrong size. Say there, and then just this snaked its way along to avoid the crops. Like this, because of the door there, I had to angle it like that. If we did it like this, then anyone that drops in this whole area down here, I mean, they're just still behind a wall. Although, and here's an important thing to note, drop pods prioritize orbital trade beacons. It's not something that you may realize, but it does. Specifically, I believe ones that don't have roofs especially, but it prioritizes them, which is why the whole reason I have this area down here is going to be storage. Because if I have people drop podding into my base, I want them drop podding down there, far away from the important buildings. Especially because I'm going to get rid of this dumping stockpile zone at some point, and this will be another building. There'll be a building here. There's going to be a whole bunch of buildings in this area, and I want to replace them. I want to replace the rooms up here at some point too. But this, obviously, this structure can still stand and be used for other things, or maybe I could even just break down the walls like this and have them become 2 big bedrooms that way. I mean, as it stands right now, I could do that, but when Inicus comes back, she's going to be without a room. But considering I don't think she's coming back anytime soon, I actually will go ahead and do that. I'll just... first things first, I will break the beds. Well, these 2 are excellent quality, so those are actually the ones we'll keep. I'll get rid of these 2 beds. And I'll replace them, since these are excellent quality, because I for some reason, the 2 unowned beds are the ones I left as excellent quality. I'm not sure why I did that. Here, I'll leave the door like that so you can grab that one easier. Or you can try and go feed a meal to Squirrel. There you go. So, yeah, let me redraw these plans because moving that undoes it. Anyway. So yeah, I'll break down these walls once they break these beds, because I don't want them to be considered barracks, and if I have 2 beds in there, it will be considered a barracks. So that's why I'm breaking the beds. Now, NG is kind of doing her thing with the walls still, which we're fine with that. They don't need an upgraded bedroom right now. They're still currently very impressive. All this will do is make them larger so that they don't have the rather tight debuff. It will also possibly improve the impressiveness slightly. I'm not sure if it'll actually bring it up to the next tier or not, but it might. If it does, that would be pretty nice. Now, once we do that, obviously, we don't need 2 doors leading in, so we'll also replace the doors with walls, and we're probably going to move the doors so they're in a better location. We're going to move the statues. We're going to make these look a lot nicer. Because as it stands right now, these bedrooms are pretty ugly, especially with these random sculptures just dotted around in them for looks. We do want to make them look nice at some point. Now, whether I'll be doing that today or not, I'm not sure, because right now security takes a precedence. All I'm going to be doing today is making sure their bedrooms are at least larger, because that is something that actually matters, as opposed to the looks of the bedroom, which is just important for me. Edmund sitting in the dark in a room filled with blood, saying, hey, it's a party, who wants to come join? And then he left the moment people showed up. Edmund, you are my hero. Anyway, NG's still working on the walls. She's almost done. It should hopefully be finished by the end of the day today. If not, then by tomorrow. But I would think by today. because it's only noon, and she's only got this little area here left. Now, we do have room for another geothermal down here as well. Looks like the ambrosia around the map is probably ready to harvest, so let's just go ahead and harvest all. This is just free income. Now, Pig is thankfully coming down at like the perfect time over and over again to get the wood out from the doorways. I do want to move this dumping stockpile zone soon. As it stands right now, it's in a fine-ish location, but I do want to move it because in a little bit I'm going to be using that area. It seems a wooden spike trap got used up on something. Not sure what. Huh. Oh well. Now, NG will work on the bed. Now, the only problem with things... Well, I'm losing my train of thought. The only problem with the trap line, like I had shown earlier with the plans, doing that method does bring risks of your own people taking a lot of damage. Because they... I mean... If they go down this path, they shouldn't set it off, but they have a chance of doing it. So I might slightly change the design as well so that it doesn't lead to my people walking through the traps. I know there are path types you can do. Right now, I hadn't been doing it, but I should probably upgrade to that, which means that these plans aren't quite right because you'd need to make it too wide. And then I believe use sandbags every time there's a trap. I'm not sure exactly how you do it. I'd have to look up an image. And I will be doing that later. But for now, I'm just worried about getting the rooms set up. So we'll go ahead and do that. And we'll replace these with doors. Or walls, I mean. And we're going to replace the doors here. This shouldn't leave. Okay, so it's not going to actually break the conduits. We do want to get rid of those as well. Because those are just going to be leaving ugly marks in the middle of the room that aren't necessary whatsoever. Yeah, NG, what are you doing currently? You're just playing chess, okay. I was wondering why she wasn't doing this. Taking a long time to play chess. And now she's cooking food. Okay, that was pretty much the worst time to suddenly run out of food, but okay. Minor break risk. Edmund is out of recreation because for some reason, even though rec time just happened, he's decided not to spend any of it doing recreation. So I'm going to have to real quick tell him right now to do it. Sometimes the AI is a bit stupid. Okay, and we are also going to remove the floor here, 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 and here. And NG, I need you to remove the floor before that door is covered up. I was gonna say, don't lock yourself in there, NG. And getting the walls down. Pig, who is really bad at trading, is now inspired to trade. Good for him. He's not going to be doing it. And now we just put the wall here. And once she finishes with that and that, we're good. So still just very impressive, but we need to finish off the flooring here to get the full numbers. There we go. Oh wait, this is mirrored. Duh. There we go. Oh! Hey, thank you for the follow. So let's try and move these. So we're not moving them before nighttime, I guess. Pig, you need to go to bed. It's the middle of the night. Come on, man. Bro was just researching at midnight, casually. And... okay, Ameki just woke up just so that she could change her hat. I don't understand the AI sometimes. But at least she's moving the statue, and never mind, no, she's not. Just move all of this right now, please. Hi there! I am, thank you. I hope you are too. Okay. Meki, please clean the bedrooms afterwards. I want to see the full... okay, still just very impressive for both, but the main reason I did that... I've played quite often before. So yeah, now this is somewhat spacious and nice bit larger. How's the clothing coming along? We've got 3 cowboy hats because no one's wearing them. Okay. Let me just change the headgear to only be cowboy hats so that they start wearing them. Just because I want them to be temperature regulated for the heat. Although we are now getting into September, so maybe not the best time, but whatever. It's also human leather, and I want them to get that mood buff. Okay. Oh. A raid. Well, I guess our new walls are getting tested. Edmund doesn't have his Persona sword equipped as well. I need to equip that before I forget. Let's everyone get prepared, because we're definitely going to have to mop up some of the dregs. There's 11 of them. And last time, I think they took out 3 or 4 traps each. Since we only have 9, we're probably fighting 9 people. It's a really fun game. I cannot recommend it enough. Actually, let's have a Meki. Or over here. There we go. Now, we do have a little bit before they actually get here. So what I'm going to really quickly do... NG, start working on these barricades ASAP. No, you can go through the door. You can go through the door. And then one more here, just in case. I'm not sure if that'll actually matter or not. There we go. Now by doing that, I can actually have everyone just waiting right here to fight them. Yeah, I mean, it's a really good colony building survival game. I really enjoy it. I cannot recommend it enough. Okay, let's see. How many people are going to go down to the traps? 1, 2, 3. Okay, good. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, we got 3 people. That's better than I thought. Now, let's actually start killing them. Now, see, they're forced to walk through. I live in America. In the northeast. Oh, there we go. Wow. Just like that. Only person who took any damage was Edmund. All he took was a bruise and a crack. That is great. NG, why don't you go ahead and... oh, wait. The door is forbidden still. Why don't you go ahead and capture the person there, and you capture the other one. Wait, is there two people there to capture? Oh, they're crawling away. Can't capture them then because we don't have room. Oh, that explains it. And then there's two more people to be captured. My goodness, that's a lot of people to capture. I've played quite a lot of games. I played Binding of Isaac, which is another indie game. I know you said you like that. So that one could be a good one if you have not heard of it. I'm gonna have Edmund stop healing himself so that we can keep capturing these people, preferably before they die. Let's not rebuild the traps for now. And we do need to move that bow. Nice to meet you too. Now we're gonna have to coagulate these people because they're going to die otherwise. Okay. Now he used up all of his hemogen, so we're gonna go ahead and drink some blood from them now to refill it. Oh, that'll kill. I'm purposefully letting them get knocked unconscious by this because I don't want to have to worry about them. Sorry, I actually have an artist already, but thank you for the offer. Did one of the people we were carrying die? Because I could have sworn I made enough beds. Or did I make one extra sleeping spot? Oops. Anyway, so we're gonna need to start removing body parts as well. But this is too many people to sustain, honestly. I captured all these people, but honestly, I don't know if I can really deal with this much of a food input right now. So I think I'm actually just gonna empty out the amount of people I've got. Just a little bit. And you know what? Three will be enough. I think 3 will be enough. There we go. So Garon over here is the one we're keeping because one of his arms and legs were already cut off, so it'll take a lot less work to remove the rest. I'm actually gonna wait to remove them though because he's got extreme blood loss and I don't want him to bleed to death. Oh, okay, then yeah, sure. If you have a link to your art, I'd be happy to see it. I love seeing things my fans have done or are fans of themselves. Also, I don't know why I said my fans. I meant my viewers. I said the wrong word because I was trying to say what you're a fan of, or I don't want to sound like that. My bad. Let's clean the massive amount of blood and gore. Oh my gosh, there's still more in there. You don't have like a website or something to, because like if you have a link to that, I could look at it there. Because I don't give out my Discord just because of past experiences with people who asked for it during my streams. I've had quite a lot of scammers who have shown up and asked for my Discord and then ended up just using it for nefarious reasons. NG, you going for? Oh wait, I just realized I never set him back to working. Oops. Okay, this will be a nice amount of meat. Why does Flab always insist on sleeping on the floor? He has a bed. Jeez. It's not like he enjoys it, does he? I mean, no. Pig's sister? That's really bad stats. Okay, well, we're gonna have to rescue that person. Sure, I'll check that out after the stream. Thanks for sending it, though. I'll love to look at your work. Let's just do this. Edmund, why don't you rescue... Where's the person? I just saw them. Where are they at now? I've lost them. They fell from the sky. Oh, there they are. Let's have you coagulate them, actually. We need to not have them bleed out. Okay, that'll avoid Pig having a mental breakdown, at least. Eesh. Now, we do need to get rid of the stuff in the corridor here as well, so I can build. There we go. Moved it out. Now, we are still low on components, so I'd really love if we could get a quest that would give me some. That'd be really helpful. How's 13 doing? Still in extreme pain, and that's a lot of wounds that are going to take a while. Here, Edmund. Wait, no, Edmund's my leader. Ameki, why don't you preach health? Oh, they're not the same mighty legion. My bad. I forgot. That's a rule. Raider supremacists. I don't know if I should have helped this person now. Oh, who am I kidding? I'm a bunch of cannibals who drink blood. Why am I caring about what they do with their time? Oh my. Now we still do need a medic. I can't remember. What's 13's medical? Medical is 6. If 13 joins my group, I do not want her to stay because she has really bad stats. Slowpoke and Chemical Fascination are just awful. And none of her skills are actually that good. But the 6 medical does mean she could replace Edmund's finger before she leaves. But in that situation, I do think I'm going to send her somewhere else. I don't know where I'd send her. But I don't want to have her in my colony. And I don't want Pig to get the mood debuff either from losing his sister. His sister who slightly hates him because he's eating human flesh. To be 100% fair, Pig wasn't originally in my colony. He showed up and I brainwashed him into joining, basically. So, like, she is probably surprised that her brother is just suddenly a vampire worshipping cannibal. That is kind of a big change to go through. I'm gonna cut these trees that are in front of the door so it doesn't slow people down quite as much. Same with these here. I just want to get rid of all the trees in the walkway. Now we have more Devil Strand growing here, so I can turn off sowing new. Okay, this is going pretty well. How much limestone do we currently have? 813, my goodness. And that's what I wanted to avoid. Well, 13. What you're gonna do is you're gonna be a doctor for Edmund. Edmund's getting a new hand. We're gonna have to use Glitter World meds so that she actually has a chance at succeeding. And we're gonna give him a new hand. While 13, who, wait a minute, I just realized, what's 13's manipulation currently at? What, can I click correctly? My goodness. 39%? Okay, yeah, no, Edmund. Not yet. She needs to heal up. Okay, well, we'll let 13 heal up because her manipulation right now, she would just absolutely fail that. But we're gonna have to get rid of her. I don't know how to do that without causing, not causing him to get a mood debuff. Speaking of a mood debuff, she's quite unhappy about, like, everything. I mean, we could banish her, but I'm pretty sure that causes a mood debuff. Actually, wait, I know how I could get rid of her. What we need to do is put a sleeping spot just out here and say this is for prisoners. And then we would just arrest her and leave that door. Okay, yeah. I know how to get rid of her once the time comes. First, we'll let her heal up and try and do that surgery on Edmund. We get 2 chances. Because if the hand surgery fails, we also have a whole arm. Although I'd prefer to do the hand one first, because first of all, the hand is worth less if we use it up. And second of all, I feel like if she fails with hand surgery, it wouldn't do as much damage to him as if she fails with arm surgery. So, yeah. She is going to probably have a mental breakdown because of all the massive amounts of negative mood effects going on. But as long as it's not a dangerous one, I don't really care. Her wounds are definitely taking time to heal up. Now, we could try and convert her, but it would take so long to convert her at the 96% she's at that I just can't imagine that it would be worth it. She should probably be healed up by the time anyway. On the bright side, since we use Coagulate, all of her wounds are a decent amount of setting / bandaging. I mean, they're not great. We've got the 178%. That one's a pretty good one. But the rest are, they're decent. But yeah, we still do need like a primary secondary doctor. Hopefully the person we used to have who got kidnapped, we can get her back, Inicus. We do need her back. But until then, let's finally do something I haven't done in a long time for no apparent reason. Let's floor the storage room. At some point, this won't be a storage room anymore, because as I said earlier, I want to have the storage rooms down here. However, for now, we are flooring this in so that it is pre-prepared for whenever we move the storage to another location, because that's going to be necessary. Okay. Let's learn growth vats, just in case a pregnancy happens sometime soon. That way we can get like a very quick worker / soldier setup. Because I'm not gonna throw away a good chance at a free colonist that could have decent stats theoretically. 13 is wearing all of our clothes, so we're gonna have to strip her before we banish her. That's for sure. Also, wait a minute. Brother, not half brother. How? Pig is very light-skinned, I guess. I just realized that. It just sort of popped into my head when I said about stripping her. I realized, like, wait a minute, her skin color doesn't match her brother's, like by anywhere near. At least she isn't like NG's. NG would really not make sense. She's even whiter than Pig. She's like nearly an albino. Anyway, so we do need to remove Garon's legs and probably Flab's legs at this point. Squirrel has been missing all of them. I think it's time we take these. Because having them walking around just means they have a chance at attacking. So let's harvest the left shoulder and the left leg. Actually, let's not do the whole shoulder. Because I think we can probably leave the hands on them because they have nowhere to crawl. But I'll just take off their I'll take off their hands as needed. Right? So like if she fails the hand surgery, rather than going straight for the arm surgery, I'll take off one of Garon's hands, I mean. Edmund, please succeed. We need to make sure this doesn't cause too much damage. There we go. Okay, there we go. Flab's actually in bed too. That's a new record. Binge is gonna smoke all our smoke leaf. Do have a lot of that. I'm gonna. I think I'm gonna let her do it. If she gets a dependency, she gets a dependency. I'm not gonna stop it. Okay, Edmund, go ahead and try and fill up that psi focus a little more, although it's always just gonna go down on its own because I don't have him actually. I don't have him meditating often enough to keep it up high. Okay, he's finally removing Flab's body parts too. Hey 13, how's that high on go juice as well? Okay. I don't know where you got some go juice from, but okay. I didn't mean to actually use the herbal meds to heal the wound we caused. There we go. So now they're all stuck in bed. I don't have to worry about any prison breaks. That's nice. Now they do have hypothermia apparently, because it is only 56 in there, but like, I don't really care. We just keep them around for drinking from anyway. Speaking of which, we need to turn blood feed on for you. But yeah, that should be fine. 13, how you doing? Still smoking a lot, huh? You still haven't gotten a dependency yet, but I'm expecting one soon. Oh wait, chemical fascination. That's where she got the go juice thing from. Oh wait, that explains a lot. She drank some of my go juice that I had, that I didn't even realize I had because my storage is so well sorted. Okay, so she got a catharsis off of that. And she didn't actually end up getting the dependency I thought she would. So that's not too bad. That wasn't that bad of a mental break at all. And since she's super tired, now she's gonna be asleep for a little while, which is nice. Now we'll get biosculpting. I want to get biosculpting because I want to get bioregeneration, because if anyone ever gets any scars, I want to have a way to get rid of them. It takes a long time, but being able to get rid of scars permanently is really good. Now it can also bring back remove digits, like what Edmund is having happen. However, that can also be done by just replacing it with a new body part. But if you get a scar on your torso or your brain, can't fix that. I mean, actually, correction, with the mods I have installed, you can fix the brain one, but I don't like doing the brain one because that just doesn't make sense. You're telling me that you're able to do a whole brain transplant? That doesn't make logical sense. We are out of food again. This is really not good. We blew through a lot of it. We need to get a farm and grow some corn already, but I've been pushing that off because I always do that really quickly. Edmund, when you're finished enjoying your time with NG, yep, thank you for waking up on your own. These guys are from Scythia. They're just beggars. Okay, it doesn't matter. Hello, you're going to die. You're my food source. And I'm going to injure you both a little bit so that you run slower away. There we go. Come on, Edmund, get the last one. There we go. And now we've got some more humans to eat. That's pretty nice. little bit more food. I'll forbid that door again now. Now, I haven't rebuilt these traps. I do need to do that. There we go. Angie, I want you to wake up early so you can start butchering the food and get us to actually not starve to death. There we go. Food for everybody to enjoy. Especially the parts that have human flesh in it. Sure, that's everyone's favorite. Edmund is still starving. Components. Hell yeah. I'm just gonna have him consume some raw human flesh. He needs to not starve to death. Now there's a full meal as well for him, but I needed to get that done ASAP so he didn't die. So let's see. 13's mood is still pretty high. She is still not anywhere near a high enough manipulation yet. She is still missing so much. It doesn't help she's stoned, which is, you know, minus 30% to her consciousness, but she still needs to heal up anyway. It's taking her a long time to do so because she's just laying on the floor. Because I didn't expect someone to actually need to be healing that isn't able to just get in one of these beds. So I will have to make a hospital kind of soon. I'm actually probably gonna go ahead and make a hospital. Oh, that needs components, I forgot. I am not wasting components on a hospital bed yet. NG is working on these traps. You see how long these take. See why I really do not like having to waste them. Even if I have infinite limestone, I don't have infinite time. "13's still taking a long time to heal. If I do that, she'll actually do something. She is wardening for me. I don't really want her doing that. Oh, she's doing basic, I guess. Yeah, you're not gonna cook. You can help build if you want, I guess. Mine, I don't care about that. You're not gonna craft. Prioritize hauling and cleaning, though. That's what you should be doing for me, 13, because you're useless other than that. And the medicine. Oh, she's not wardening, she's doctoring. And since they're in bed, she's bringing them the food. That makes sense. So her manipulation is up to 98%. Once this cut on her right arm heals up fully, we're good. At 0.6, 0.4, 0.3, 0.2, and the second at 0.1, and there we go. Now she is up to 100% manipulation. So it's time, Edmund. You gotta put your faith in someone who is not very well trained. No, Edmund. Okay. She's using Glitterworld medicine. The room is well lit. She cleaned it. Please succeed. Yes. And now Edmund has his own hand. And as payment, we now arrest her. And we leave the door open. That one we're gonna need to close, so she doesn't walk through the traps. Then she should just leave. Especially if I do that. The door's wide open. Gonna leave? She doesn't seem to want to leave. And there went one of the traps that we just built on a raccoon. Let's not put one there. Seems like that might just be a bad place to put one. Maybe if we have the other door open as well. There, now will she leave? I'll put your bed back here. Maybe that's causing the problem. Maybe me getting rid of it is why. Oh wait, yeah, we also have to strip her, I forgot. You gonna leave? I mean, she has a 2-day prison break interval. I don't know why it's 2 days. Oh, she's... Who left their shirt out on the ground so she could take it? Don't let her wear anything. We want to keep the actual good stuff for ourselves. Also, Flab, how did you get onto the... How does he keep getting on the ground? Is he crawling? Is that it? Do I need to remove his hands after all? You know what? Fine, keep the synth thread shirt. I don't know where you keep getting the clothing from, but you just keep that one. I don't care. Now we just wait for her to prison break, which you'd think wouldn't take this long. There we go. Okay. Now we just let her leave. For some reason, she's not going towards the doors. She's... I don't know where she's going. Is she going towards a different door? Okay, fine. It's fine with me, I guess. It's kind of a stupid way to go, in my opinion, but... Medical emergency. Flab. What's wrong? Hypothermia extreme. I don't really care. Deal with the hypothermia. What is your minimum temperature? His is 15. What's yours? 60? Oh yeah, no. Yeah, no. We're not keeping someone whose minimum temperature is 60. Thanks for the human flesh. Okay, there goes 13 off into the wild. No longer have to deal with her. There we go. Now, his sister has left. We don't have to worry about any negative mood from that. We have to worry about the -4 because someone escaped. But, like, a -4 is a lot better than the massive debuff we would have lost because of his sister dying. Although it is now spread around the colony for everyone to enjoy. But, oh well. It is nice how it says it's specifically a colonist prisoner. I think that makes it a lower amount. Okay. So the next step, we need to get the security room set up properly. So one thing we'll need to do for that, let's get rid of the trees that are going to be blocking my way. I don't expect to go this high, but I'll chop these just in case. Okay. Now, if we want a trap maze that doesn't affect our colonists, we have to design it in a certain way. Toxic fallout for pay. 19 days of toxic fallout for that? No. Well, We're still cutting some more stone in advance. We're gonna need that. I think if we do it with doors, maybe we're able to make it safe. I'm still not 100% sure on how you do it safe. I think we can do it with doors, though. Rare thrumbos. Cool. Both of them are fully healthy, though. Wonder if we could kill them with the limestone spike traps. Huh. Could I kill a thrumbo with just spikes? We're gonna find out. I'm gonna risk my whole colony on this. Those thrumbos are good eating. Uh-oh. We need to get him over there fast. Okay, and she's down. Ameki, you need to help too. Where's the... Okay, the thrumbo's going over there. She did lose a toe, which is not ideal, but it's fine. Ameki, get out here. Edmund, go down here. We need to coagulate her so she doesn't bleed out. And have her start shooting. Here we go. Now we attack the absolute shit out of them. Should have had the door open already for me so we could have gotten safely in with her. Okay. That could have gone worse. Could have gone a lot better. Could have gone worse. Oh, Edmund had his nose shattered. Okay, well. That is regrettable, because I just got rid of the only person who could have saved him from that. That is really regrettable. No, and she's too slow. Oh man, that sucked. We'll have Edmund do it. He can just go in, piss it off, and then jump away. Oh, he did get hit on his way out. Didn't do anything though, it hit his armor. We'll do one more jump to be safe because of the door. Now that should lead the thrumbo through the other way. NG, you're too slow to walk it. Edmund, can you do construction? Yes. Can you repair that door? Okay, well. So, there we go. The thrumbo took a lot of damage from that, which is the intention. Trying to just lure it around while it bleeds out as much as possible. It's got a mangled scar on its brain, too. This thing is screwed. I just want its blood loss to get to major before I fight it. Oh, there we go. And now we can just set it to hunt and tell NG. NG can't hunt. Okay, we'll tell Edmund to go melee attack it to death. There we go. And now we got 2 thrumbos killed, and all it cost us was a nose and a toe. And we can easily replace the toe, so. Some cargo pods landed right here with a bunch of caribou meat, and it even broke down our roof a little bit. I mean, the roof part's not ideal, but... Pig, can you repair the roof? Thank you. Let's replace NG's foot now while she's already bedridden. We can, you know what? We can do it with herbal meds. It is her left foot that needs, yeah, okay. Making sure it is her left foot that needs replacing. Herbal meds should be fine, right? Yeah, herbal meds are fine. So there we go. Once she wakes up, she'll be pretty well healed. Edmund still does have the nose shatter, which apparently his nose is on his forehead. Ah, yes, I see. That makes sense. Anyway, we do need to get someone who can heal that now. Can either of these two, if they were up, do it? No. So we need someone with good medical to show up. NG, how long until you wake up? Because once you wake up from the anesthetic, I'm gonna have you do some cooking. Any minute now. Because we've got a lot of people starving, including yourself. Worst comes to worst, I'll have them eat some raw meat again, but I'd really rather not. How long does the anesthetic take? There we go. Cook, now. Oh man, she is slow, moving 27%. Let's have him clean the dining room completely. I know she wants to eat, so she needs to hurry up and cook. There we go. Everyone gets a meal. And then NG can worry about cooking more food after she's healed up. Just wanted to make sure people weren't starving. Oh, and she left the door open. Before you feed on squirrel, I need you to haul that. Now there's just some pants sitting outside. Those are perfectly good human leather pants. Okay, well, time to add blocks, all the stone blocks to this storage here. That'll give us even more storage room. Things that don't decay out in the sky should just be sitting there, ideally. NG, why don't you cook some more meals so we stop having the starving issue? Also, the roof is still not completed here. I just realized that. Where's the roof not at? Okay. Just keep cooking, NG. We need a lot more food saved up. And this food doesn't have human flesh in it, which is gross. How dare we not have human flesh? Oh, speaking of human, come on, high medical. Come on, high medical. Incapable of medical. I will say, this isn't the worst character. Because iron-willed is a decent trait, right? and nothing else negative about him. Just can't do that and can't doctor or childcare, which with his social being 3, he wouldn't be good at childcare anyway. He's bad stats, right? But he is 15. I don't really want him though, so I'm just gonna let him be. Would have preferred if he were a doctor. If he were a doctor, that could have been quite good. Moving all these stone blocks out here finally is freeing up some more room in the storage room. It'd really help if we got some trading set up as well. Why don't we go ahead and set up the orbital trade beacon? Oh yeah, we don't have components. Oops. Did we never break down that ship part? Anyway, it might be worth doing a Hemist Fair just so we get a nice mood bonus. Just because right now, Pig and Ameki are such high mood that could get them an inspiration. Well, Ameki already has one. But it'll also make NG and Edmund not quite so meh. There we go. And, you know, we can't award development points beyond 10, but I just wanted to do that. Oh, and we also gained some relations, I guess, because it increases faction relations to the closest one. It did it for Ithne, who, correct me if I'm wrong, is Ithne... Yeah, Ithne's that faction. We do actually want them to be friendly with us, so that's actually pretty good. Pretty darn helpful. Now, one thing I do want to do at some point, I want to replace the walls that are not good. So like this right here, it looks ugly. I want to smooth it. But that's way later in the game. I just saw it and it reminded me, so I wanted to say that now, so when I look back in the future, I'll remember it and say, oh yeah, I wanted to do that. NG's still taking time to heal. Why don't you go ahead and butcher, though, NG, because we do want to get the horns off of these in case something happens and they, for whatever reason, rot. There we go. Now, worst case scenario, we still have the horns and the thrumbo fur, which the thrumbo fur is really good. Thrumbo fur is such a good material. Absolutely insanely good. When we eventually get Edmund better armor, that'll be part of it. He's gonna have thrumbo fur button-down shirt for his skin layer because that's like the best thing, and then thrumbo fur pants for his skin lower level. That'll be ideal armor for him at some point. Now, a defoliator ship. Ooh, this is a bad one. So they do have a legionary, which, I mean, that one's fine. But the issue is that they have a legionary plus a lancer, a scorcher, and a pikeman. Scorcher's the scary one, right? Pig will have to take out the scorcher. That's gonna have to be Pig's job. He's the only one who will be able to do it. But this fire is not ideal either. Honestly, you know what? No, never mind. We're not fighting it yet. We're gonna let them stay asleep. They're gonna be dormant for now. I want the fire to burn out because otherwise Edmund and Ameki might have shit fits while they're fighting. And I don't want that. So for now, we'll let it defoliate. Oh, look, there's rain already. And you know what? NG healed up in that time, so now we can get back up as well. So, Edmund, you've got your blood up, and Pig, you've got, or Ameki, I mean, you've got your blood up, and Pig and NG, you don't need to worry about that. So let's get everyone over here. NG, you're gonna stay right there. That's probably, actually, you know what? This is probably a better place. Pig, you're going there. Edmund, you're going there. Ameki, you're going there. There we go. And realized the shield would block those bullets at that point in time. That was a mistake, but oh well. There we go. That was simple enough. And now we have a bunch of mechanoids to shred for components. And we'll have Edmund go ahead and take out this ship part. NG, you're the only one who's not injured. Why don't you go ahead and haul? Fleeing a fire. Wow, like a single tile of fire? Jeez. Okay, now we do want to make this whole room be priority critical for just mechanoid corpses. That's where we want her hauling it to. Because we don't want it decaying outside. Edmund eventually will get rid of this defoliator, which will get us even more components as well. Quite nice, and with those components we might even be able to get a hospital bed. But priorities, I want to get the trading up first. Unload his inventory and yada yada yada. Why don't you tend to pig? Just got a bit bruised, so that's pretty nice. She's hauling that. Okay, that's good. Okay, that went pretty well. I honestly was glad that happened because now we can get an orbital trade beacon. Along with that, we'll get a comms console, and we'll set it right there. Perfectly fitting. It's almost like I planned that. I didn't. But that should be enough components for us to do that. At least once we shred these guys. I believe NG is our crafter. So we'll have to wait for her to, I was gonna say finish cooking, but we have to wait for her to finish the, what's it called? Meditating, duh. And recreation. Edmund's still just trying to get his psi focus up, but he's not gonna be able to do it because it falls at way too high of a percentage per day. Okay, cook one more set of meals, NG, and then I want you to... Oh, I didn't actually... Shred the mechanoids. We need their components. I don't know if they actually give components. Now that I think about it. I hope they do. I know they give plasteel and steel. Or just steel. Okay, well, you know what? Free steel. Maybe not any components, but free steel, at least. Let's work on the comms console first. But until the orbital trade beacon is finished, I'm not actually gonna... Yeah, I'm not gonna finish either one until the other one is ready. This one has all its materials delivered, but I don't want it built until the other one because we'll need components to replace it. Because we don't have fluffy breakdowns installed. I should, but I don't. It's such a good mod, though. Really should have installed it. Next playthrough, probably will. This got enough components. There we go. Now we can trade with people. The next most important thing is the next geothermal, because we are kind of low on power. It doesn't look like we are, but when these death rest caskets get used, we... Oh, there was a bulk goods trader in range, but it didn't tell me. That's nice. Ah, that's upsetting. That would have been really, really useful. That's how I could have gotten more components. That is so upsetting. Well, here's one thing I can do. Just gonna destroy this and get the mechanoid transponder Okay, Edmund, don't eat there. So yeah, I'll go ahead and do that now. Reason for that being, may as well get it ready, and it'll give us a bunch of steel slag chunks for in the future smelting it down once we get a smelter, which we don't have because we're out of components still. Oh my goodness, we need components so badly. Then we'll be able to get more death rest accelerators too. Speaking of, they are both probably close to death resting, aren't they? Yep, pretty close. Now, we do need to prepare the way that we're going to access these traps. And I looked up different ways people have done it. I'm not sure which method I want to do. There are a couple methods. Also a slave ship. Who's my social person again? I know one of them is better than the other. Warden. 9 versus 13. Okay, Edmund, yeah. Let's see here. We need a good doctor. That's a pretty good one. That's 10. 10 from Angus. We might buy Angus. We want their components for sure, for damn sure. Let's sell them the smoke leaf. We don't need that anymore. We have so much. Also the yayo and this go juice. We don't need a psychic animal pulsar. That caused me problems last time. We don't need the Archite capsule. Don't need a foot. Actually, you know, we'll keep the extra foot just in case. Let's just sell all this. All these weapons. I don't want any of them. I'll keep the assault rifle though. That's my weapon of choice. And we'll sell the flak as well. I don't like flak. It slows you down too much. I'll keep the helmet. We'll sell this. We'll sell both of these, honestly. And the helmet. Fuck it. We don't need any of them. Now, we do need to buy Angus. Let me just make sure Angus is the doctor, right? Yeah, 10 medical. He is also a pyromaniac, so we need to do this quickly and then sell him back at some point. We'll buy the medicine as well. And you know what? We need to not quite get so much money, or we could buy some. We could buy some neutral-amine until we even out. There we go. Now, Angus, guess what? You are our doctor now. And you're going to be giving us a new nose. We're not keeping you around, though, so we will be selling you right back. So let's take a nose. You're actually going to be assigned to be nude. What part of nude do you not understand? And there's a nose. Now with that, Edmund, Glitter World Medicine, we want to make sure that this succeeds. And let's install you a new nose. There we go. Angus, surgery time. The whole reason we bought you. If you fail this, I'm going to be quite upset, so you better succeed. Because I did not hire a pyromaniac for nothing. There we go. So everyone is... Okay, that's a permanent 2% pain. 4 damage to the torso. I had never noticed that. Well, that's not good at all. Well, let's arrest Angus. And let's call that slave ship back. Take him back. We don't want him anymore. We'll buy more neutroamine in exchange. Oh. There you go. And now he's we gave back the slave. We bought him, he performed 1 surgery, and he sold him right back. And now we've got the components for this geothermal as well, so NG, work on that first. We want that priority number 1. And Edmund is up and moving around as well now. Things are going well. The only problem is this scratch scar, which, wow, that's a lot of animals. Huh. Okay, well, here's what I'm thinking for the animals, for now, at least. Let's... That's not what I meant to do. Let's turn that into a pen. Also, let's actually do a fence gate here. I think that'd look nicer. Now we do need someone doing handling. Oh, Edmund's doing it. Because yeah, having a lot of eggs, that'll be a very nice source of food. Free food. So, NG. What all is going on with you? Yeah, -5 permanent mood debuff. Yeesh. We're gonna need to get that bioregeneration thing set up, man. I didn't want to have to, especially, oh, she's our cook too. Shit, we're gonna have to make a whole lot of food in preparation and still probably gonna not have enough. Damn, that is the worst person to get that scar. Wow, more neutroamine, thanks. I literally just use it as like a currency because I don't make my own medicine very often. I could use it to make like go juice though, so maybe it's not too bad. Well, that -5 mood buff is, or mood debuff is going to be kind of annoying. I don't understand why it exists that way too. That's not how scars work. Talking as someone who has a scar, it's not a permanent aching pain. I guess it says it's itchy. I don't get that. I've maybe I just don't have an itchy scar and normally people do, but I don't know. I don't get that one personally. So we want to have auto cut on, and we're just gonna look at chickens because we're only gonna allow chickens in here. We might get cows in the future, but for now we're, you know, yeah, fine. We'll allow animals as we'll allow cows as well. I think that includes bulls automatically. Yeah. This will get us a nice amount of eggs. Here's what we will do though. We do need to worry about them when they lay their eggs. We need to have a little temperature room for them for the fertilized eggs. This doesn't use fertilized eggs, right? Yeah, right. Let's get a very small warm room for the chickens. Very small, because it's just gonna be where they lay eggs and where they rest when it's cold out. That's all we need. And some egg boxes. Okay. Then we'll have the animal sleeping spots in here. And then lastly, the whole reason for this temperature, we will have a heater. If it gets too hot for them, then maybe I'll install a cooler as well. But I don't know if the eggs can overheat. I think they can only freeze. I don't think there's too hot of a temperature for them, but maybe I'm wrong. But this is definitely worth the component cost for the heater, because this means that we will get more chickens, and more chickens is great. Now, we are going to manage the auto slaughter. I only ever want a maximum of 4 male adults. We'll keep it at 4. And 4 male young. The max amount this thing can hold is 137. Okay. That's a lot. So we'll allow 100 female adults and 30 female young. So that'll go out to 134. That should be fine. Actually, that'll be 138 because it's slightly more males. But I don't think we'll ever get that many chickens. But, you know, I'm also going to get rid of these sleeping spots. I don't know why I did that. There's no way that'll fit all those sleeping spots. They can sleep wherever. I don't care if they sleep in the fields or not. I also don't expect to get that many chickens. That's why I set it to 100. I don't actually think I'm going to get that much. It's just that if they do manage to breed that many of them, then why not? I will turn this into a stockpile zone that is priority critical for specifically fertilized chicken eggs. There we go. That way, if they harvest it from the egg box, they just put it down right there. Shouldn't ruin it with temperature at all. A Meki is just spending her days chopping trees. I hate LTEX. You're not getting me to do that. Just telling you right now, game. You need to figure this out. I hate LTEX. Oh, Edmund's throwing a party again. This time he didn't even show up initially. Last time he threw a party, he was alone in a pitch black room surrounded by blood, and the moment people showed up, he left. This time he said, "Hey guys, I'm having a party," and then he just didn't even do anything. He literally just left. Or not even left, he just didn't initially get there. He never showed. We've already got a fertilized egg. There we go. It's ruined by temperature. Okay, we're gonna have to get a second heater. That's fine. Is there a way to set it so that ones that got ruined don't count? Doesn't seem like it. Well, we'll get rid of that one. There we go. We'll let that one just deteriorate. It'll take 10 days. But there we are. Now they've got a nice little barn, I guess, to sleep in. Well, not sleep in, but to, you know, go to. I don't care if you produce filth in there. There's also no normal floors in there. Oh well. But we do want to probably get some straw matting. We need 60 for in here. Okay. We'll grow some straw, I guess. We'll just do it in this little area up here. Oh, we do not want this holding fertilized eggs. Well, that's some more eggs that got ruined. On the bright side, here's some fertilized eggs that aren't ruined. All of those got ruined, pig. But thanks anyway for the attempt. Okay, growing zone here. For just hay. That little amount of hay should be fine. It grows pretty fast. I mean, the temperature does slow it down, but it grows pretty fast normally. It's taking a while to chop all these trees, and it's giving me a lot of wood, so I'm actually gonna have to start using that wood for something, and I'm not sure what I'm gonna use it for, but I need to start building things to get through all of this wood. You know what? Maybe I should make some luxury royal beds for my people. You know, they deserve it. It will use up some of my gold. And I don't really want to do that quite yet. I want to make the multi-analyzer first. That needs components. But maybe I'll do that in the future. But for now, we need to use up some wood. So let's see. What could I make that needs wood? That I would need a lot of, I guess. Well, let's give them both a dresser and an end table. Just to make them a little more comfortable, look a little nicer. Beyond that, I'm not sure. We're not doing a dance party right now. Huh. Not really sure what else I could do that would be made out of wood. I mean, I could build like a building out of wood, obviously, but that wouldn't really be something I'd want to do. More pews aren't necessary. Yeah, no, I guess maybe we'll just get rid of the wood. Get a little area here, make this priority critical, and put the wood here. Actually, if I'm gonna do that, I'm gonna put it in the water so it really quickly decays. I knew there would already be something here. What is this currently holding? Wait, this is just for corpses that are... Oh, is this the rotten corpses area? Yeah. Okay, well, we also want wood to go here. There we go. Now they'll put a bunch of our wood into the river, and it'll decay away, and it'll stop being so much of our storage, because we don't really need that wood anymore. And we can make statues with it, obviously, but that's not really very quick. Okay. I'm going to probably get rid of the dumping stockpile zone kind of soon and move it somewhere better. Not sure where better would be, though. Kind of difficult to pick a place. Maybe I could mine into the mountain here. I mean, I already started it. Maybe I could mine into the mountain here and make that it. Wow, a masterwork end table. Nice. Very impressive bedrooms. The both of you. Huh. Well, bringing out all the wood. Might be worth time to finally set up this. It's gonna take a while, but... Oh. The flu. Oh, that's upsetting. Where's furniture? I'm blind. There we go. Let's go ahead and put the sleeping spots down after all. That they can go rest and we can heal them up. Anyway, as I was saying, probably time to start putting in these doors. Now, here's the way I would do it. If I put a door like this, then it lets my colonists go in and out. But the problem is, I mean, I could also just do like a wall of doors. Problem is, that also takes up a lot of room with doors, whereas there's cheaper ways to do it, I believe. Mad Muffalo, I don't really care. Edmund, you could honestly fight it on your own. But that works easier for me. Don't have to wait for people to heal up either. Hmm. I think there's a better way with doors to do it, but it requires the room to be like 3 wide. Yeah, you know what? We'll go with that method. We're gonna uninstall all these. We're gonna have to break down this wall as well. That recurve bow is gonna have to be moved. There we go. That tree is gonna need to be chopped. These are also gonna have to be moved. If I put them in the water, then this will actually be even faster. So pick up, pick up, pick up. And just drop them off into the water. There we go. Let those decay quickly. NG, what are you doing? You're cooking up meals. Again, my goodness. She spends like all her time doing that, it seems. Which, I mean, it makes sense. We've got a lot of mouths to feed. But still. Should be the last one then. There we go. Now she can start uninstalling these traps. Okay. So, here's the design I'm gonna go with, right? So it's gonna be... Let me build it up here. I'm not actually gonna keep it here, but I'm gonna show you. So the room that they can actually walk through is gonna still be kind of a maze, but it's gonna use doors to pathfind them. So here, you know what? Actually, I'll start with the doors. It's easier if I do that. So you do a door, space, door, space, door, space. And then next to each door on opposite sides, you do walls, right? And then ding, ding. By doing it like that, and then you put traps in each of the ways like this. Now, it is less trap efficient in terms of room, I believe, if we do it. Actually, wait, what if we do it like this? Yeah, this would be better. That's as trap efficient as possible. So it does take up more room this way, but in doing it this way, they are forced through a lot more of a gauntlet. So I'm going to forbid all these just to keep them there as a design. We're going to have to break pretty much everything here, just so we can build this from scratch. I know some of the things I'm deconstructing here I'm going to have to rebuild. It's easier if I build it from scratch. Edmund needs to death rest as well, so tell you what, why don't we let him go ahead and do just that, and Ameki can join him. Now, we don't have a warden, but that's fine. We'll just temporarily have pig wardening. But yeah, and we're still keeping the barricades here to slow them down and make sure that they aren't, you know, being annoying. This also means we'll be able to unforbid this wooden door once we finish this, which will be nice. So now, we'll probably do one more barricade here, but whatever. Anyway, so we'll do a door, door, door. And we'll start here. So by doing it this way, should work. And then we just turn it and repeat it. That's not what I meant to do. What did I just cancel the building of? That. So, yeah, that should work. Although I could actually instead it makes more sense to do it a step down. Then they go. Oh wait, duh. That's the smartest way of doing it. There we go. There will be like a single trap my population would have to go over there then, I guess. Unless I just don't put a trap there. I won't put a trap there. And then we would put the limestone traps like this, right? And we could just have this be a big straight line, but I want to turn it. Now, turning it is going to be a bit tricky. If we want to turn it, we pretty much just have to have a big wide gap. That's pretty much the only way to do it. So that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to have it like this. And then, you know, this whole thing is 3 wide. So 1, 2, 3. So, like that. With doors through the whole thing again. Big wide gap again. 1, 2, 3. And so on and so forth. This will take up a lot of limestone, obviously, but it should be worth it. Oh, didn't mean to double click there. Oh, and didn't mean to place that there. We could even put another trap here. So yeah, we'll do things like this for now. And we put this trap here as well. Put one here. Okay, I think that's as many traps as we can get, and doing it safely for my population. They'll avoid the traps automatically. At least they should. Okay. Is it just me or is this gap a bit too big? It is. Oh, I made it a bit too wide. It's wider on one side than on the other. So there, that's what I meant to do. I was thinking, like, that looks off. Okay. Now let's work on this monstrosity. This will take a long time to build, but we can now unforbid that door, though, because they'll walk through it safely. Now, we're still keeping the doors on either side here, because obviously the only reason to go through this massive hallway is to see the enemies. Also, I just realized, I don't want to do limestone doors. Limestone takes way too long. We want to do wooden doors. They take way too long to open. I'm glad I thought of this now. There we go. Wooden doors open way quicker, and since we're going to have our population moving through these doors, and it's going to slow them down quite a bit if they need to get through it, it's, yeah, a lot faster. Now, we are going to have some limestone doors here and here, just so we can access every big area quicker. We will eventually also have a big door here, I guess. So we'll go ahead and... No, that would look weird having a door right there. We'll worry about it later. We'll just not build a wall there. So let me just... I think this will work pretty well. Now we do need to set up these traps. How many do we have currently? 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now, this is gonna take a long time to build, but this will be pretty good. Once all of the security has been completed, then I would say that the title of this video was, or this VOD, this stream, I will say that the stream did what it was intended to be done. Jeez, can't talk. Because if you're watching the VOD and you don't realize, the name of this stream was that, creating security, I believe, something along those lines. You know, basically getting my security underway and in check. So that's what I was working on. It might be worth... never mind. I was gonna say it might be worth having these barricades getting taken down, but they do really serve an important purpose. It'll slow down my population trying to get in there, but oh well. That'll only matter if they get through the entire gauntlet to the very end. But not quite to the complete and total end, where they would get killed out here. So like if people die in this area is the only chance that those barricades will slow my people down, because otherwise they can just go out here and go through this door. NG does seem to be prioritizing the traps. That's the least important thing. So I'm going to tell her to stop. I'm going to forbid those. Because the most important thing is the structure itself. Because even if there's not a single trap in there, the walls set up like that will at least slow down people who are raiding me. And if they're slowed, then we have time to prepare. And that's the most important thing, more than even the traps. The traps are obviously the end goal, otherwise I wouldn't have built it this way. I would have built it a lot thinner and more maze-like, but I'm saying walls are the first thing that needs to go down, because the traps without walls serve no purpose, but walls without traps serves a minor purpose. So, yeah. How's their death rest coming along? They're gonna wake up and they're gonna see what like is planned out on the blueprints, and we're like, what the hell is this? You're saying we have to walk through like 13 doors? Yep. And the nice part is I can leave all those doors open. Not during a raid, but like if we're going to pick up the supplies after a raid, I can keep them all in held open mode. We grab everything, then once they're done grabbing everything, go back to closed. Now, that does mean if we get raided while grabbing items that we're in a bit of trouble, but like it would speed things up when cleaning up after a raid, basically. Now, we do have 5,753 steel. And a trap needs 45. So what I'm thinking of doing, I think I'm going to disable auto rearm on all of the traps I've currently got. I'm actually going to make the rest out of steel. I know I said that I think steel traps are overrated. However, I've got so much steel saved up that I actually am thinking it might be worth finding a use to burn through all this steel here. So I'll probably disable auto rearm once I've gotten all the traps that are already built set up. And then replace the rest of the blueprints with steel ones. And because auto rearm would be turned off, it won't rebuild them, and I'll instead have them rebuild as steel. These pen animals are hungry, apparently, because they aren't being treated because of Edmund being asleep in death rest. Go eat. You guys should be fine. Your flu shouldn't kill you anyway. Yeah. Also, does that say you have a scar on your foot? Why did this chicken have a scarred foot? Ruined by temperature. Who found another one to get ruined? It's at 1 durability. Who actually found an egg that was about to decay and just threw it on the ground in there? It's probably Pig. There. Let it decay. It got ruined by temperature, so let it decay. And now my roosters have the flu. Oh boy. Which roosters were they? I know Rooster 3, and what was the other one? You're fine, it's not Rooster 2. You have the older flu. Rooster 3 and 4 then. You two need to get treated. Now, I don't have any good doctors available, but NG can do it for now. It's better to get it treated by someone than by no one at all. Flash storm? That's not in my land. Don't worry about it. I forgot I could do this as well. It's nice being able to just clear out all this. Where's the fire at? That's in my land slightly, okay. Quality 0%. Okay, well that one got an actual quality one, so we'll not worry about that. What about you? Are you gaining immunity faster? No, you will die at this rate. You're gonna stay there. You might actually be able to get treated by someone who knows what they're doing, depending on how long you live. Now, Pig is hauling all this wood. And I'm gonna be honest, once you're done with this pig, you're not gonna keep doing that. Oh, he has to unload his inventory. Sorry, bring in the egg. And more wood. Why do you do this in such a weird order? Here's what you're gonna do. You're gonna set all these up so I need to remember to disarm them. Or not auto rearm them, rather. Also, Enchi and Pig are starving because we ran out of food. You guys want to eat some insect jelly? I'll let you guys eat some insect jelly. Although, Pig, you're still going to keep starving until you're done setting this stuff up. So yeah, look at, he goes through the doors to stay nice and safe from the traps. Takes him longer, but he doesn't get stabbed, so safer method. Hen 1 did die to the flu. She was almost able to get the immunity. We have a lot of fertilized eggs, so I'm not really that upset. And that also gives us meat to make actual meals with, so like, if anything, this was actually a blessing in disguise. They don't need to eat insect jelly anymore. Yeah. There's some nice chicken meat. That's 4 meals worth of chicken meat too. Also, oh look, a fire. Maybe it'll catch onto the wood. Aww, the water puts it out. I forgot. But yeah, the trap walls are almost done. Hi there, Ella. I'm doing pretty good. What about you? Trap walls are almost completely built. The doors will take longer. Edmund and Ameki are up though, so that's nice. They both do need food soon. Have her wake up early to cook them some food. Very early, a 4 a.m. breakfast. Yeah, of course. I'm glad that you're doing pretty good. Well, my day's been pretty good, I'd say. It's a bit of a quiet stream compared to normal, but I'm fine with that. You know, not every stream has to have people join in. And, you know, I did still have some people. So, it's not like I was talking to the void. This tree needs to get chopped down also, because it is slowing people down that go through that gate. Let's put a gate there as well. I stream Monday through Thursday every day. I start at noon Eastern time, and I go usually until around 2 o'clock. So that's actually in about 6 minutes or so. But I do want to try and finish off the building I'm doing here, so it might be a little past my normal time. But to be honest, there's a reason I don't have a set end time on my streams, and that is entirely because if I'm in the middle of something important, then I don't want to end it early. I do play other games. Wednesdays and Thursdays are Rimworld, whereas Mondays and Tuesdays are a different game. I would have said The Binding of Isaac, however, although I play that a lot myself, it didn't get many viewers, so I've changed out for a different game. But I haven't actually started that quite yet. I'm going to be starting next week with that. We are starving again. I think we might need to execute a rooster or 2. Pig, can you please do that for me? Oh, rare thrumbos. Well, my traps aren't set up fully for you guys yet, so I'd rather not fight you guys again. Rimworld's probably honestly my favorite game. I really like this. It's heavily moddable too. I've got a couple quality of life mods on, but you can definitely have more. I like how he was upset that he's hungry, so he's having a food binge. Not sure how that works, Edmund. You can't eat food if there is none. He's just... Okay, I guess he's just thinking about it. Hey, thank you. Thanks for the follow. And now Meki is hiding in her room. Okay. Engie, we need to start butchering things. They're starving and they're angry. I live in America, northeastern America. So you're pretty close by then. I do have artwork for my stream. It's not on camera right now, but I do have a starting and ending art created, paused art, a whole bunch of stuff. I have an artist friend who did it all for me. And we are going to keep the flooring in here all natural floor, just because then the ever so slightly slower walk speed will make the enemy take longer to get into my base and bleed out a little bit more. Well, I'm sorry, but I've got everything that I want under control. I've got my own artist, but thank you. Okay, well, we got the everything but the traps set up. Yeah, you have a nice day too. I placed that in the wrong area. Now, one thing we do want to do, we want to remove the flooring that isn't natural in here, because that'll speed them up, and we definitely don't want that. However, that is all the steel traps set up. It'll take a long time to build all of them, so I will probably have that be done next time, because I don't think I want to wait for 40 steel traps to be built. Actually, you know what? And she's doing that pretty fast. I thought that would take longer. Maybe the limestone ones just took longer than the steel ones for some reason. Strange. Also, Meki is still hiding in her room. Also, I forgot Meki is a night owl. I should have her schedule keeping her awake. Oh, whatever. I don't really care if she's upset about being up at the wrong time of day, because to be fair, by having her do it this way, she's able to sleep with Pig, which gives them both a mood buff, so that's better. Now, Edmund, I need you to help me out with killing these thrumbos wherever they have gone. There they are. So if I tell everyone to temporarily go into Area 1, and I do need to make Area 1 bigger because it shouldn't just be there. Let's see. I want to make Area 1 be the inside of the base and say that they're only allowed to be inside. There we go. That's good enough. Everyone's only allowed in Area 1 now, except for Edmund, who is going to be getting the Thrumbo's attention. He did get hit a second time there, which is not ideal. Yeah, so it's gonna happen. We're gonna get him in here, and then let him heal himself up. Now the Thrumbo is having a bit of a hard time figuring out where to go, but it figured its way out. Now it's gonna go through the traps. There we go. And now we can change everyone back to unrestricted. And all the traps that the Thrumbo walked on, we can now put steel there instead. Okay. NG, can you deal with that Thrumbo? Also a hulking building for Maddox. Is Maddox good at anything? Not really. Okay. There's some meat. Now we can cook up actual meals and my people will stop starving. Food has been such an issue today. It's definitely not helped by the extra people over here I have to feed. It might be worth getting rid of them and just having a Meki and Edmund drink from the people they live with. But I just don't really want to do that because then they're going to be pretty much constantly low on blood. Hard choice. Very hard choice. Oh! A raid. A very large-sized raid at that. Okay, everyone stay in Area 1 again. This will be the last thing we do today, then. We'll do the raid, and then I'll end the stream there. We have to reset all the traps that they're going to set off anyway, and there's only like 3 traps for them to set off. This is going to be a very bad raid, actually, because of how many traps are not built. And all the traps that are built are at the front. Oh, and these are Neanderthals, too. That's actually not ideal. Edmund is still injured. All in all, this is going to be quite fucking bad. You know, we'll stand her here. So here they go through the maze. Okay, all the traps blown on one guy. But at least now we can set up everything to steel. No more limestone. Wow, and they're fleeing already. Now, a Meki did get friendly fired there a little bit. Pig is not doing awful. We'll wait for the next group of people. Actually, you know what? I'll coagulate and have her coagulate herself. She can't coagulate herself. Okay, well, I would have done that in the other way around if I had known that. There we go. Edmund is fine, though. He didn't get hit at all. They are trying to break down my door. That's kind of annoying. I guess I'll have to rebuild that. I guess that's a security flaw. I put Edmund here to try and block the friendly fire. But it seems like it's just blocking all fire. Okay, how much, what's the damage? Edmund still never got hit. A Meki got cut kind of bad. Not as bad as Pig, though. Okay, a Meki, coagulate Pig. Edmund, coagulate a Meki. I'm not actually going to capture him. I just did that so Edmund would stop chasing. Rescue Pig. Well, that's a meat delivery that we just got, basically. Well, I said that would be the end, and I think that went about as well as could be expected. Things could have gone a lot worse there. I don't like that they broke down that door. That does mean that I might have to change out my my structure plans. I guess they figured it'd be faster to break the door than to run through the giant hallway again. I guess when people flee, that may cause issues with my trap design. But frankly, them breaking a door there isn't that bad, especially because if they get all the way to that point anyway, that they're breaking the door to get out, then they're probably dead by then anyway, like for the most part. So yeah, this was fine. But anyway, I had fun. Created a nice trap room, even if it isn't completely finished yet. I created it for the most part. You know, I didn't quite mess up the name of the stream. I'll admit that most of the stream wasn't based on the security of the base. I kept talking about it, but I didn't actually do anything about it until the end. I know that. I realize that. It's partially because I wasn't expecting the chickens to show up, partially because I wasn't expecting Edmund to constantly need to get new replacement body parts, but it's also just because I waited a bit too long to worry about it. But we got it done for the most part. Still need to build the traps, but we got it done. I'm pretty happy with it. And next week, we will be seeing how well that works. Now, I do have a warning for next week. This is an important warning. Next week, I will not be streaming on Thursday. I cannot stream Thursday. That is my father's birthday. I'm going to spend it with my father because although I love streaming, I love my father more. I hope you all can understand that. I'll still be here Wednesday. I'll still be here Monday and Tuesday. Just not going to be here on my dad's birthday. Anyway, hope you all had a really nice stream. And I will see you all next week for League of Legends on Mondays and Tuesdays. See ya.